When you're walking around and you're owning your queen energy and status, they hate it. They hate it. Which is crazy because, again, we are the prototype. We are the origins of humanity. We are their mother. They wouldn't be here if it weren't for us. And they hate it. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me go ahead and put my noise cancellation on really quick. Right quick. Let me get my tea. Let me make sure I'm sipping I got my tea to sip while I'm talking to you guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to set this up. So I'm trying to set my phone up on my ketchup and my steak sauce so I can keep eating and drinking while we talk about typical shit that happens here in America, KKK. First of all, I am a flight attendant. Oh, dang it. I got some tea right here. Damn. I'm not going to say who I work for. That's not relevant to this. And I know how y'all like to try to call people's jobs when you don't like what they have to say. I'm not speaking for any airline, but I am speaking for myself as Darling Nikki, BKA Nicole Boo. I am also speaking as a flight attendant, as a professional when it comes to safety and service. And we all saw what happened. It's a viral story. I don't know a whole lot about Porsha Williams, but I do live in America. I don't live under a rock. I know enough to know that this is a woman who is a reality or a TV star. She's beautiful. She looks like she's somebody. And I also am very aware that we are in a climate that is trying to bring back the open hatred and hostility in order to get Black to go back. They want to push Brown down and they want to send Black back, especially Black women. Nobody is hated on this rock more than a Black woman because we are the prototype. It's interesting how all humanity comes from us and we are just hated so much. So, hey, what's up? Thank you guys for joining the conversation. Talk back to me in the chat thing. I'm Darling Nikki. I'm a singer. I am an actor, content creator. I am a domestic violence survivor and strong advocate for that. I am a Black woman. I'm always Black woman first. And I am also a flight attendant. I will say this. This is the one thing that I'll say that's going to piss some of you guys off, but you need to know it, so please tell a friend. There was only one thing that I agree with when it comes to that Karen, and that is the very first thing that she said to Miss Williams, which was, "You gonna make me listen to that the whole time?" She didn't have to say it any kinder than that because it is rude as hell to be in an enclosed, shared space with other people and have your phone on speakerphone. If you actually pay attention to the announcements, which I think most passengers do not, so some of us will repeat it over and over again. It's even in our training to actually repeat it every couple of minutes because y'all don't like to listen. But you'll hear, and most boarding announcements, and also once a boarding door is closed, you will hear the flight attendants actually say, please keep your personal electronic devices on silent. Do not use speakerphone. Please use headphones. If you need headphones, ask a flight attendant. We'll be happy to bring you one. When I am in the car with my children, I try to teach them on a regular basis. You do not go out in public and have your phone on speaker. Hey, because it's rude as hell. It's ghetto. It's so disrespectful. Other people around you, they deserve and they have the right to be able to enjoy that space just like you do. This is the year of Beyonce 2025. You got some damn AirPods and headphones, use them. Now that is where the story ends as far as I'm concerned. Because that woman used that as an excuse to do what she knew she wanted to do from the moment she saw that beautiful Black woman walk on that aircraft and sit next to her. Here's something about being a beautiful Black woman, especially one who looks like you somebody. And I wouldn't be surprised if she knew exactly who she was and if she knew she was a TV star. Black joy bothers these demons down to their core, okay? Down to their core. I'll be done in a little while. Some of my crew members are coming to have dinner with me. One of them was like, okay, I'll give you a second. I heard you say black joy. No, come on. Come sit with me. Come get some of this black joy, baby. It bothers these demons. And when I say these demons, I mean racist, hateful people. Don't get in my comments talking about not all white folks, not all. I know that. Just like not all black women are ghetto or are, welfare queens. We're not going to have that discussion, okay? We're done with that. Let me tell you about what happened a few weeks ago. Comic-Con was happening in New York. My oldest daughter is drop dead gorgeous. And I'm not just saying it because, I spawned her. She just is. It just is what it is. So proud of her. Her and her girlfriends from college got together, a couple of them, and they, their looks were, radiant. I wish I could pull up the picture and I can't, but they had their cosplay look together. And they just looked like Barbie dolls, just stunning. And they were on their way to Comic-Con. They stopped at, I don't know what, they took the subway and they stopped on a platform or somewhere as they were waiting to catch another train, and they were touching up their makeup. And she was going live when this happened. So if she wants to, I'll ask her to drop a link in the comments to it, because it's still up on her TikTok, I believe. I try to protect my children, so I really don't want to share her TikTok. But if she wants to, I'll let her. She is grown, although she's my baby. Don't act crazy in her comments. Don't act crazy in my baby's inbox. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? Because Mama Bear always keep a spare in the chamber. I'm gonna let you know. But they're sitting there. They're going live to their friends and college friends and whatever their following group is, and they're sharing their pure black girl joy. Beautiful girls, educated. They look like they somebody. They just got this thing. And out of nowhere, some woman, I'm going to guess she's Russian because that's what her accent sounded like. And, again, I'm a flight attendant. I'm all around the world. I understand some of what I'm hearing, just a little. But she walks up to my babies, and the Lord knew I couldn't be there for this. I couldn't be there for this because I ain't going to lie, I would have caught a case because this is my baby. She walks up to my daughter and her friend completely, first of all, mind your damn business. What was it about these girls just sitting there on the live, having a good time, laughing, touching up their makeup, excited about going to Comic-Con that made that evil bitch walk up on them and start yelling something like, you think you're somebody, or you think you're cute? I forgot exactly what she said, but she said, you think you're something. No, you're not. No, you're not. And you should go, or something like that, to my daughter and her friend. Now, my oldest daughter is the exact opposite of me, because y'all know, wherever you cut up, wherever you decide to throw some shit, I'm going to rub your face all up in it, okay? If I got to do it professionally, I'll do it professionally. But if you run up, you're going to get dealt with one way or the other. Now or later, if I got to hit you in court, whatever, but you don't get to punch me because I'm going to punch you back and I'm going to punch harder, okay? And I'm going to it's going to make you think twice before you ever come for anybody like me. That's just what that is. I got the spirit of, I don't know. Who's the one that cut off the ear when they mess with Jesus? That's me. I got this righteous anger in me. That's what that is. My oldest daughter, that's why she's going to be a therapist. She's the exact opposite. So she looks at the woman and she's just looking like, what is wrong with her? And she's completely ignoring her. And then you can hear the, I don't know you, so I'm not, you guys can join my conversation, but only in the comments, because the last time I let somebody join my live, he did some gross stuff. So it's a no, sorry. But thanks, I'm glad you're listening, but drop it in the comments, okay? So she runs up to them and starts yelling stuff and just completely harassing them. And the vitriol was so thick you could cut it with a knife. And security guy comes up and he tells her, ma'am, you're all right, man. You're all right, ma'am. I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess he was telling her to leave them alone. And then he was telling my daughter and her friend, you're good, you're safe. You can stay right there. You're not doing anything wrong. Now, I wish he had came at her with more heat, but I guess he knew what he was doing and he got rid of the lady. But the point is, you're beautiful. You look like you somebody. You on a mission. You're at peace. You're in joy. That aggravates those demons inside of them. Them demons that ride those people's back. Because there's always been, but we're in a day and age now where we have the person who's in the highest office of this country. And people who are being celebrated and get to get flown in presidential freaking planes for basically saying, we hate you black people. So of course the common everyday person, including this nobody 70-year-old heifer, they are very emboldened because they understand that this is their time to shine. This is evil's time to shine again. They are working so hard to bring back the days that my 96-year-old grandmother had to live in, where this place was not only not kind, but just brutal to black people. It never stopped. They never went away. You know, like Bebe's kids, they don't die, they multiply. But I was naive enough to think that we had really come a long way and that we were going in the right direction. No. They are out, and they want to remind us that they are still here and that they still want the South to rise again. And that any chance that they can get to let us know that if we are in their presence and we're not breastfeeding their babies, if we're not folding their bed sheets, if we're not cooking their food, if we are not spoon feeding their old asses, if we are not existing with their foot on our necks, they want to make sure that their disdain and disgust is palatable. They want to do everything that they can to push us back, to push us down, to remind us that no matter what, which is another reason why all of these certifications and these professional degrees are being declassified, for a lack of better words, because no matter what, they want us to know that no matter how beautiful we are, no matter how accomplished we are, even if we can sit in first class next to them, those type of demon seeds, those hell spawns, those troglodytes, they want us to know that no matter what, to them, we are always still going to be an NIGGA. And that was what that was all about. Now, I know you heard what I said in the beginning, and hear me and hear what I said and hear what I didn't say. Don't put no damn words in my mouth. I'm not victim blaming her because she was absolutely the victim. I do want you to tell a friend, though, that it's rude. It is rude to have your phone on speakerphone around other people. Stop doing it in public spaces. Stop doing it on the planes, of trains, of buses, when you're sitting in a conference room, you know, all that stuff. Stop that, okay? This is really not classy, and it is rude. Other people deserve to and have the right to enjoy that space too. However, that woman used that as an excuse. So if it wasn't going to be that, it was going to be that she was going to start trying to bother flight attendants like me. Oh, and I can tell you some stories about this happening in flight, but I'm not going to do it today. I'll have you guys, I don't know, I'll tell some story times about some things that I've experienced, but I want to wait until it's like way in the past. And unfortunately, it happens too much in the present, where we've had to step in and protect someone because they were being bullied. And the aggressor or the bully or the Karen was the one that was crying loud crocodile tears and weaponizing her privilege and her tears to try to antagonize someone else. We clock it. A lot of us do clock it. We clock it and block it. But if it wasn't the phone, she would have then waited and tried to press the call light or go to the bathroom and then step into the galley and cry to the flight attendant that she's pushing me. She's pushing me on purpose. She's encroaching on my space on purpose. She's, she keeps hitting me with her bag every time. It was going to be something. It was going to be something. She just used that. She used a very easy way to antagonize this girl. And when they call us bitch.
Hey ladies, I'm here to introduce you to legal empowerment through Legal Shield and ID Shield. Did you know that with your membership, you get a free will and estate plan? That's right. Protect your future with legal protection at your fingertips. Whether you need a lawyer, want to protect your identity, or just want peace of mind, Legal Shield has you covered. As Black women, we know the importance of protecting ourselves and our families, and having the right legal support is essential. And it's not just about protection. Legal empowerment is also a great opportunity to build additional income. I'm looking for ambitious women to join Ladies of Justice, a community of powerful women making a difference. Join today and take control of your future. Contact me now and let's make sure you're covered, legally and financially.
That came from way back. That came back from their ancestors. Because we are dogs to those type of people. We are animals to them. And they're mad because we don't exist. A lot of us don't exist like that anymore. When you're walking around and you're owning your queen energy and status, they hate it. They hate it. Which is crazy because, again, we are the prototype. We are the origins of humanity. We are their mother. They wouldn't be here if it weren't for us. And they hate it. I want to see that woman in handcuffs because that was her goal. Her goal was to put a beautiful Black woman in chains. You know, they love to call the cops because they have a bloodlust, which is why a lot of them love to hunt and things like that, because they don't get to openly hunt us, although they still get away with hunting us like animals, but not so much anymore. A lot of them know better. They have this lust to still see us in chains any way they can. So calling and weaponizing the police, calling and weaponizing ICE against people that you think don't belong here, it satisfies this ancestral, demonic desire to have everything that is not like them back in chains and bondage underneath them. It is disgusting. I don't have the answers. I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping and I thought that one day that this type of thing would die out. But again, like babies, kids, they don't die, they multiply. And it seems like the Bible says, I guess, like the Bible says the poor will be with us always. I guess this evil will be with us always as well. And every time it seems like we are starting to be able to peacefully exist around it, outside of it, because we can't get rid of it, what happens? We're looking at a really big, I don't know what to call this. Like, it's a backlash because we've come too far. We've gotten too big for our britches. That's what they told our ancestors. How dare we have a Black president? How dare we have a Black woman run for president? How dare we have a Black vice president? How dare we have so many Black women in positions to heal this world, teaching, healing, in so many different ways, doctors, nurses, therapists. All of this is design. I don't know why they hate us so much. I don't think it's worth trying to figure it out anymore. It makes me so disheartened. I will say that. The past couple of years, the past 10 years has hardened me. There used to be this more of a carefree joy that I would walk around with. And there used to be this hope and faith that I still had in humanity that does not exist anymore. We have a president that gets to say and that people should be hung. And he is still considered to be God's gift to America by so many people. And that is why that woman on the plane looked at Porsha Williams and knew that her day was not going to be made unless she ruined hers. Unless she did something to try to bring her down a notch. Unless she did something to balance the scales inside of her. I wish I knew the answers. I personally, if I had the money and if I had the power, I would tell all Black women that we need to have our own country. We need to have our own civilization. I'm sick of this shit. When I was born, women were just getting the right to have their own money in their bank account. And when I say women, I can't say Black women, because everything that Black women stood on the front lines for womanhood, it wasn't for us, it was for the other ones. We knew that if they got it, then we would eventually get it. It was not too long ago that I would have, I'm 42, less than 10 years ago, I think, that I would have the right to come to work wearing my hair as it grows out of my head and it not be criminalized. Every time I open up social media, I see another Black woman being victimized, and that's another conversation. But when I see something happening to a Black woman, I see so many others celebrating and saying it was her fault. There is no other human being in this country and on this planet that is hated and disrespected and used and overlooked more than the Black woman. And I am concerned for my children. Growing up, I was told that we needed to carry ourselves a certain way. As a Black woman, I shouldn't speak a certain way. I shouldn't walk out the house dressed a certain way. And I try to adhere to those standards. I agree. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to too many of them. Here's a woman who carries herself a certain way, as far as I know. Now, I haven't seen the episode, so I don't know if I really, honestly, personally, I hate a lot of those reality shows because of the fights and all that stuff. So I don't know if she's one of those. I don't know. But when I've seen her so far and what I saw from her composure with that, body cam footage, or when she was being interviewed by the police officer to give her side of the story, and all those people coming to her aid, to her defense, I saw a woman who appears to be intelligent. She's obviously very beautiful. She looked like she's somebody. And that's not enough to calm this beast. And it's not enough to change the mind of someone who is wicked to their core and who is just going to hate you no matter what because you are. That's what that was all about. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Black women, we do need a plan. We got a lot of kind of like skirmishes and plans here and plans there. I would love to see a universal plan. If you're in New Jersey, I would encourage you to tap in with a group called Black Women New Jersey. I am a member. I am not a tribe leader. I got my kids and my job, and I just don't have the time or the capability to be a tribe leader, but I'm tapped in there. I would say that you should really tap into whatever your local organizations are. And it'd be really great to see them come together more, because we're under attack, per usual, but it's ramped up. It's not going to go away. I would like to see us have our own. I would say that. I would like to see Black women have their own. Because it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to really be able to exist in peace without more of our own. This country voted in evil. This country gave Black women their ass to kiss because they said that they would rather have a rapist, someone who hates Black folk, someone who is sexist, someone who's a pedophile, someone who has said someone who literally pretended like he was doing a sexual act on a microphone, made fun of people who are developmentally challenged or disabled. That is who America decided that they want running the country over a Black woman. So am I surprised when I see what happened on the airplane with Porsha Williams? Hell no. I'm not. I will tell you this, it just happened on an airplane again recently, where me and a couple of flight attendants had to step in and upgrade 2 ladies. Who did almost the same thing and picked up the phone and tried to practice reactive abuse. You know what reactive abuse is? It's when you do something diabolical to someone else. I know a little something about that as a domestic violence survivor. Girls do it too. Racists do it too. It's when they do something that is wrong to you They wait for your reaction once they do something that's abusive, verbally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, whatever. And as you're reacting to it, they pick up the phone and start recording you. So the only thing that the people on the other end of that camera see, hold on. The only thing that the viewers are going to see then is you possibly going ballistic or crying or going off and giving the person probably their just due, probably giving them a read. But then the hope is, and it works a lot, is that now you look like you're the bad guy, although they are, and then they get to sit there, look all innocent. I don't know what's wrong. What did that old lady say? I'm 70 years old, and what did she say? She smacked the phone out of my hand, and she had her finger all in my face. This is something that these racist troglodytes have been doing for centuries with the intention of causing the maximum amount of damage as they can. Back in the day, I mean, hell, Medgar Evers, they do it because the goal is to basically put us in the dirt. At best, have us in handcuffs. I mean, at best for them. So at best for us, have us in handcuffs. At worst for us, have us in the dirt. At best for them, the goal is to have us pushing up daisies. It's a bloodlust that they have that was passed down from generation to generation. I don't believe that this can be fixed or healed. Evil has to die and be taken out at the root. I don't know how you could do that with a whole line of people. And I am not talking about genocide of a whole race of people. So don't put no damn words in my mouth. I'm talking about evil, racist, disgusting troglodytes. The people who actually believe that this place that was built by immigrants is a place that they get to think that they actually say somebody else doesn't belong. This place that was built by illegal aliens. Actually, it wasn't built by. This place that was founded by illegal aliens and built on the human trafficking of us. And they call it righteous. Y'all, my food is getting cold. I'm so sick of this. Sick of that. Some of y'all gonna know why I said that. I need to laugh a little bit because what else to do in this moment? Y'all, you know some solutions? Throw them out there because I'm tired. And I really don't know what else to do. And every time I leave my house, every time I'm on duty, I pray over my house, I pray over my babies. My youngest is in elementary school, and I've already had to have the talk with him. I didn't think I was going to have the talk with my little boy that my parents had to have with me. This really, this makes me want to cry thinking about it. I've had to have it twice. Once this year and once last year already, before he's even able to fully emotionally comprehend. And it's because this place is overrun with too many people like that old bitch. And because they have kids and they have grandchildren and they have nieces and nephews in elementary school that go with my kids that they're already teaching to be like this. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of this. I need to start me a GoFundMe to move me and my kids somewhere. Hey, girl, hey. Somebody said, hey, girl, hey, but I don't know who that is. Hey. Thanks for listening. Join the conversation. We need some solutions. I need some solutions. If I start a GoFundMe, would y'all share it? A GoFundMe to get me and my babies about, because America's the ghetto. I promise I'll keep my job. I won't quit. I can commute. But I'm tired of this. Where are the countries where Black women aren't treated like this so much? And how could a single mama afford to live there? I don't need no more sugar daddies. I'm good on that. All right, that's it. That's my 2 cents on that. She was gonna do it. It was already in her mind and her spirit. As soon as she saw as soon as she saw a queen, as soon as she saw somebody with that queen mother ancestral energy, which a lot of us carry, as a Black woman, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So for the ones of you that still don't, please do. Because you're damned either way. You might as well shoot for the highest. Somebody gonna hate you either way. So elevate. And again, if y'all know the plan, can we start our own planet? Something? I'm tired of this. All right, I'm out. Let me finish my food and my tea. Bye-bye.
Handle your business or your business will handle you. This has been my mantra that I've been saying to myself for decades. I'm so excited to share this new product with you. Every time you grasp that handle, you take a sip, I want you to remind yourself of that same exact thing. Guys, thanks so much for your support. You can pick up this mug at askdarlingnikki.com. And remember, keep it pushing. Don't give up on yourself.